Hey ladies, we are in fall. I am not a fall girly by any means, but we're going to reset and we're going to get our act together because I got to share and spill some tea on myself on how I haven't been doing good. But guess what? We're going to do good. We're going to knock out procrastination. We're going to knock out self-doubt. And we're going to knock out anything else that's holding us back. And we're going to start executing and getting all the things done that we need to get done. So, in saying all of that, what is up? How are you? How have you been? I feel like we are in a space where I feel like we just got to be renewed. We just got to pull it together and just do all things that we want to do for ourselves. I just recently mentioned in a video that I did on my beauty channel. For those of you who don't know and just catching me, my name is Kelly. I have a YouTube channel called iamKeliB, and I just do beauty and lifestyle over there. I vlog a little bit. I haven't vlogged in a while, but just do makeup videos for us women over 40, so forth and so on. So go on over there, check your girl out. I'll leave it in the show notes so you can, go on over there and say hey to me and subscribe. But I talked about like this Mercury retrograde that we have going on right now. And I'm not all into that. I'm learning all about, I know that about the zodiac stuff, but all about the stars and the moons and the rise and all the different things. I'm dibbling dabbling just to kind of see what's going on over there. However, I feel like for myself, I'm going through such a good transition. I feel like I'm starting to, I've been seeing, I'm not going to say I'm starting to see. I've been seeing throughout my years, but I really feel like right now I'm having a total grip on some things in my life. Do I mess up? Do I make something? Absolutely. I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? Do I feel like if I do mess up, things are going to be a little bit different? Yeah. But, that's just what we do. And we're here as long as we take ownership and we recognize. But let's get into this fall reset. But before I get into my fall reset, I want to highlight my good sis, Jessica. She's here on YouTube. I'm going to leave all her information in the show notes as well. It'll be in the description. You can check it out, all the things. I've met her. How did I find her? It was either YouTube or it was Instagram. I really want to say YouTube, and she might have did a video like on planning or something like that because I'm a planner girl. And I do watch those videos. Believe it or not, I watch more videos of things that I don't do. Like I like beauty. I stay in the beauty, ecosystem. But there's so many other things that I like to look at on YouTube. And like the planner world, the stationery world, I am 10 toes in, okay? 10 toes down, as they say, in the planner world. Because I love paper. I love paper. So, in saying all of that, she has a stationery business, right? And she does planners and she's moving towards, I'm like her little PR, I'm part of her PR team. And she has digital planners as well. She's moving into the digital world. Now, I did digital when the year first started out. I liked it, but I did miss the paper. And I wound up getting a paper screen protector so I could have that feel of writing on paper. Now, the only thing, you get the satisfaction, but you don't get the satisfaction. What I did like about digital planning is like, not that I couldn't have it on a, because I have my good notes on my phone and I have my good notes on my iPad. So anywhere I went, I had it. My paper planner, I was not carrying it everywhere, but it was something, it was just so satisfying to just have a paper planner. It was so satisfying. Do I plan? I do plan. I plan heavy, okay? I use ClickUp for my content. And that's just for me to have it. You can use Trello, you can use Asana, you can use Monday, whatever you choose. You don't even have to use it. You just use a calendar and write it down. You know what I mean? But I'm a very visual person, and I love the whole laptop life. I love to click, 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 click. So I do things that bring satisfaction to me. So I use ClickUp to like plan out content. It's like my content idea storage database. The paper planner or my digital planner is for me to check off and for me to have like tasks to do to execute my bigger picture. Or even if it's in my personal life, if it's me have doctor's appointments, if it's me having to do like open enrollment for my job, that's going on right now. And little things that I need to do. If it's appointments, not just for me, but for my mom or my youngest daughter. I keep a planner in rotation for those things because sometimes not having it attached to a date can just throw you off. And I just like to have something nearby that I can definitely look. Now you can definitely have this in your calendar in your phone, if it's a Google calendar, or if it's your calendar in your Apple phone, whatever, or if it's in your Android. You can definitely have all these different things. But I just love a good plan. So, in saying all of that, I just giving you a little spiel about me. In saying all of that, I purchased her planner. Her planner is so nice, and it's based upon the book. It's called The 12-Week Year. If those of you who may or may not have read that book, I've read that book twice because I felt like when I read it the first time, I got it. But then as I was executing, I felt like I was missing something, so I read it again. And when I read it again, that's when I came across Jessica, because she was just talking about her planners. And I was like, I need to get that. And I am going to use it as my accountability partner. And her planner is called the Big Goals Action Plan. Now, she's created several other planners just like that prior to this one, but as she keeps going, she's adding more, making it more, effective and efficient for us, right? Y'all, this planner highlighted so much about me. It's undated, but it made me see that I have so much that I want to do. And I hinder myself. I can't even get it out. Again, I use this planner as my accountability partner. And I said, Kelly, you're going to open this planner every day. Every day you're going to open this planner. This is like you checking in with your partner every day. Because I didn't want to actually have an actual human, a person that I'm like, look here, because that's annoying. I have to hold myself accountable sometimes. I'm a big girl. I could do this. So that's what this planner came in. It was my accountability partner. And it let me see where I just put myself, I can't get out, stuff to myself. I did not open a planner every day. I made excuses. And in some moments, I was going hard body and I was just doing everything. Like in the beginning, I felt so new. After 2 weeks, I kind of like slacked off. I didn't want to open it. Then I was like, I bought this planner and I just felt bad. But let me tell you something. This planner is really, really good. It lets you see what you have to do to get things done. You know how sometimes we wait and we use the whole year to do something. This planner literally crunches down your year into 3 months. So if you sit and say, this year, I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to, for me, I want to monetize my podcast. I want to monetize my podcast. How am I going to monetize my podcast? Well, one, I have to do more episodes. And if it's on my YouTube channel where I do the video podcast, I'm going to have to get 4,000 watch hours. I'm going to have to get 1,000 subscribers before I can monetize the content. Right? So, I had to break it down. Now, I didn't do this, what I'm getting ready to tell you, previous month. I had totally different goals the last 3 months. Did I execute my goals? I did. I executed my goals. I found myself, and the reason how in all reality, no, I didn't execute my goals according to how the planner is. But did I go back and double up on some things so I could? So if I had to do 30 things in 30 days, I did. Some days I might do 2, I might do 3, just so I could satisfy that number in my heart and my soul. That's what I did. Just being honest. But I said, Kelly, this time around, you are going to do it differently. And she has a plan. She has a digital planner that's coming out, and I don't know if she's going to do it for this quarter or she's going to do it for the beginning of the year. I think she's doing a planner for like a yearly plan, like just so you can have your yearly plan. I'm not sure. But nevertheless, this planner is something good, and it definitely made me see where I am hindering myself. So in saying all that, let's get into the goal setting. Okay, let's get into goal settings, setting out routines, and staying motivated, because I'm going to tell on myself on where I went wrong. Okay, so we're going to talk about the fall reset and what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to share mine. If you want to share yours in the comments, you are sure enough welcome. I would definitely love to see. And I have some of my phone, so I gotta get my phone ready so we can talk. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, so my fall reset, we're gonna focus on goal setting, new routines, and getting motivated and staying motivated. So first up, I have 3 goals. I have 3 goals, and I'm only going to focus on those 3 goals. And that is it. That is it. I've started so far, because right now, today is October 3rd. So we are still early. We are still fresh. And okay. First goal for Kelly is going to be health and wellness. I really want to focus on my health. I'm doing a good job, but there's some things that I can definitely, clean up on. I had a scare a top of the year in regards to like high blood pressure, cholesterol, all the things that I get in order. Yes, I did, because I knew I did not want to take any body pills. Okay, so I had to really focus and really hunker down in that area. Now, is it hard? Absolutely. I feel like sometimes, when you work a busy life, you work a job, you got to take care of your family, you got a household, if you got some kids that's in like after school activities, if it's, basketball, if it's gymnastics, whatever the case may be. I know it's hard. I've been there before. I'm very fortunate now that my girls is older, so I don't have those type of things going on. But there's other things that I do have going on that definitely can take up my evening, and then I'll run through somebody's drive-through, or I'll do something like go get some takeout from somewhere, thinking I'm eating okay, but at the end of the day, it's still not okay. The best food is the food that's cooked in your house. And I don't mean like frying or anything like that. I mean like, just making you some baked chicken. Now, every now and then you can definitely dibble and dabble, but I just know for me, I can't do that because my body's getting older. My body ain't working like it did in its 20s. I may look good, I may feel good, but I have to be gentle. Point back and point simple. I can't run around here and go to McDonald's and eat McDonald's 3 times a week and be running around here having a good time. No. Baby, pressure going to be high as the sky. Arteries are going to be clogged. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm coming to realize also I have to move my body. I have to. Before, moving body wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? In my 20s. Now I have to move my body. Because if I don't move my body, it's like it's a whole domino effect. You're eating bad. Okay. You're not working out. Okay. To keep these elements away, you have to do something. So that's where I am. I'm definitely focusing on my health and wellness and going to the gym. Now, going to the gym, I was trying to be that gym girly going 6, let me get it right, 6 to 7 times a week. Can't do it. I can't do it. I have to be realistic with myself, and I have to not be so hard on myself. So 3 times a week is it. And I'm very fortunate because the gym that I go to is moving next to my house. Oh my God, I cannot wait. It will be here in December sometime. And I knew it was going to come soon because they probably want to get ready. They want to be there for when January 1st rolls around. Because everybody makes that new leaf. Everybody turns over and everybody be in that gym. So I cannot wait. Now, if the gym's closer, will I go more? Possibly. My gym right now, if I have 3 gyms. I have Planet Fitness. I have and 2 other gyms. They're gyms here locally where I live at. So I have 2 other gyms, and I go through my insurance company. So ladies, go through your insurance company. They pay for it. I go to 3 gyms. So you think about with that bill will be over $100. You know how much Planet Fitness costs, depending on when you can get you a special, because sometimes they run a good special for you. But normally it's between $15 to $20 a month with Planet Fitness. Most gyms outside of Planet Fitness are about $40 to $50 a month. Some are 60. Forget about going to the Y. The Y want more than that because I used to go to the Y. But you think about what you're getting when you go to these gyms. You know, you get in sauna, you get in classes, if it's spin class, if it's yoga, all these different things you're getting. So, in saying all of that, we're going to focus on health and wellness. So if that's something that you want to do, jot that down. So focus on health and wellness. My next goal is going to be my podcast. I really, really want to focus on the podcast. I really want to dive deep into the podcast. I really want to get it monetized over on YouTube. So I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So I'm working on that. We are like halfway there. And something that I need to do is I need to pump out more episodes. So again, we're going to get into do things you can control and don't worry about what you can't control. Only thing I can do is pump out the content, pump out the episodes, and hopefully the algorithm will get its rhythm and the target audience that I'm trying to reach will find me, and then we will go from there. I can't control a person hitting subscribe. I can't control a person clicking on my video. I can make the title nice, make the thumbnail appealing, but at the end of the day, it's all up to the person on the other side of the screen. So I can only do my part. You know what I mean? So in saying all of that, I have to sit back and say, Kelly, what are you going to do to make sure you reach your goal? And we're gonna talk about this. When we do like our monthly resets, I'm thinking about doing monthly resets. I'm not too sure. But we'll get into that. I'm going to really dive deep and we're going to really put some things out task by task, like putting the goals out and then going task by task. And then we're going to have an accountability system, i.e. my girl Jess Planner. So, yeah. And my next and final goal is reading. I really want to get back into reading. I feel like I slacked off with my reading. I feel like I just put it to the back burner. I feel like that's something that I really, really enjoyed doing. That was like me having time to myself. And now that I'm in a space where I can actually do it, I'm going to do it. So my goal to just start out is to read one book a month. Now, I want to get to 2, but for right now, since we're getting back into it, 1 book a month. I want to read a certain amount of pages per day. And I'm going to add this extra one in there. With health and wellness, I'm thinking about doing 75 hard. So if I do 75 hard, all the things that I'm trying to do will fall right into that. So I'm going to probably implement 75 hard into my 12-week plan, if that makes any sense. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to talk more about 75 hard and all that other good jazz. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So my 3 goals that I've set for fall is my health and wellness, my podcast, in addition to reading. So that's what I'm doing. And I think that's really, really good. I think I'm focused. I'm learning in one, which is reading. And plus I'm learning also with health and wellness. I'm learning more about myself. And I'm going to be incorporating so many different things. We're going to really dive deep into creating some things. So next up, I'm getting all excited. I'm moving too fast. Next up is revising our routines or creating new ones. It's okay to look back at the routines that you may have and say, you know what, it worked, but you know what, maybe I need to scale back a little bit because it was kind of hard for me. Or let me add something else. I don't feel fulfilled. And that's okay. You know what I mean? So I have down here, I want to revise my morning routine. I want to revise my evening routine. And again, that's where I can also incorporate my wellness and my podcast and my reading. So I'm trying to sit back and do things and make it easier for me to accomplish the things that I want to do versus making it so hard, if that makes any sense. So for me, my morning routine, I don't want to spin through it. I don't want my morning routine to be, okay, Kelly, you get up, look around, meditate for a little bit, do your skincare, take your shower, wake your daughter up, or she's already up, and then, however y'all choose to do, if I'm staying home working from home, or if she's going, on a school bus, or I'm driving her. I don't want that to be, I really want to take some time and carve out some time for myself. Yes, I got to wake up a little bit early, but guess what? It's going to be beneficial. I sit back and see how we put so much time, or I could say for myself, how I put so much time if it's me jumping up and me racing to my job to give my job their 8 hours. But meanwhile, I don't race to myself and just give myself an hour. You know what I mean? Or I have to sit back and say, oh, I want to take myself out on a solo date to have time to myself. No, I need to always make time for myself, not just carve out time for myself. So I really want to be more intentional about time for myself. And that's me doing it in my morning and my evening routines. And then if you can't do it and it's just so hard, and I get it, honestly, because life be lifing sometime. Maybe you could have a weekend routine. And it may not be in the morning. It may be at night. It may be in the middle of the day. Sometimes we just have to find out how that's going to look for us. And it's okay. We're all different. We're all created differently. And we just have to find time for ourselves. Because I really feel like when I find time for myself and pour into myself, I'm better for others. I sit back and think how I may have been miserable, years ago. Or I just couldn't show up for other people. I didn't show up for myself. How am I show up for you? I show up for myself. My cup is empty, honey. So now I'm realizing and understanding where I have to pour into myself. And it's okay. It is so okay. So now, how are we going to stay motivated? We have to reward ourselves. Yes, reward ourselves. It is okay to splurge on yourself. And some of us may sit and say, oh, that's going to cost. They ain't got that kind of money right now. It is okay. Reward yourself in other ways. It's so many other ways we can reward ourselves. But right now I'm going to focus on things that may cost a little change, something like that. I'll sit back and think about how much money I blow, on a daily basis. But in saying all of that, how we can stay motivated is daily affirmations, have post-it notes, meditation, all these different things, taking yourself out on a solo date, buying yourself flowers. There's so many different ways you can stay motivated. And also just knowing what the outcome is going to be if you accomplish your goals. Okay? So I just wanted to do a quick little full reset. I didn't want to drag it out. I know I did. But I want to say hey to my girl Jess. I want to say hey to all of you. And go check out my girl Jess stationery shop. It's so cute. It's so adorable. And Jess, keep doing what you're doing. We are here for each other. And yeah. And if it's anyone that you know that's doing anything good and that's out here for us women, let me know. We're going to have a little highlight session because I think this is really, really good. We're going to do it in our resets, okay? So, ladies, thank you for being here. I truly, truly appreciate you. And I will catch you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.